What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon, the crypto universe. Today is Wednesday, June 26th. In today's video, what we're talking about with the DOGG Rune token is that we're actually going to compare DOGG to the Bitcoin price. We're going to look at the 1 daily, 7 daily, and also the 1 month and yearly chart. Why? We want to see how DOGG's performing or outperforming with or against Bitcoin. Then we're going to look at how the unique wallets have actually grown within this token, meaning we have new people accumulating this, and that's absolutely bullish in my opinion. And as always, at the very end of the video, I'm going to show you charting and analysis to see where the DOGG Rune token will be in the short to immediate term. So as always, be sure to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So just as a heads up, I'm actually going on vacation tomorrow. I will be gone for a week, so I will not be making any YouTube videos during my travels. But with that said, I'll try to do my best to update people on Twitter because I'll actually have my phone with me. So with that said, let's go ahead and begin with talking about DOGG. Now, over the past day, or 24 hours, we're actually down 4%. But this isn't the most important part, because this is going to be something that we're going to bring up in the charting and analysis. Let's compare the DOGG Rune token compared to Bitcoin. How is DOGG performing against Bitcoin? Yes, we were right underneath Bitcoin at the very moment, but check this out. When we go over the past 7 days, we saw flipping right around here when Bitcoin took a dump all the way from 64,000 to 59,000. So in a way, we were still well above putting our BTC or our Bitcoin into DOGG because DOGG is outperforming Bitcoin, and that means our Bitcoin is actually growing in value. Now let's look over the past month. Obviously, it is way performing better than Bitcoin. Over the yearly, which is actually more important, this is actually quite interesting. Over the yearly, you may have seen that DOGG is actually kind of growing in value. So that means when you're seeing this uptrend of DOGG, I think eventually over the next year that this is going to flip Bitcoin, and that's going to be very bullish in my opinion. We're seeing that uptrend. So right now we're seeing this pullback, and sooner or later we're going to flip Bitcoin. That's really important. The reason we do this is because we want to see if our Bitcoin is going to grow in value by just holding in Bitcoin or putting it into DOGG and letting DOGG work for us and growing our Bitcoin portfolio, if that makes any sense. Now, yesterday we ended up seeing the Asian market and also possibly the Australian market wake up and end up buying some of this DOGG token. Remember, cryptocurrency is global. It does not close, it's open 24/7. So people ended up having more exposure over to DOGG. And if we do know anything, China, or at least Asia, is very much into Ordinals, Bitcoin, and especially Rune tokens. So this is something I want you to keep in mind. It's not just within the European countries, Africa, or even South America or America. It's also really popular in Asia, which has a huge amount of liquidity over in their side. Now, we got to talk about the dominance of DOGG within the Runes ecosystem, because as of what Jake Gallen just said, it's roughly around 44% of the entire Runes market. That's pretty crazy. That's almost close to around 50%. We've seen this as high as 47 to 48%, drop as low as around 38 to 39, now back up to 44. So DOGG is leading the way, and I think it's because we have these major exchanges such as MEXC, Gate.io, and KuCoin putting trades up for perpetual or for spot trading. Next up, we have to talk about what Nutter said, and that is regarding the unique owners. Now, in terms of the unique holders or owners, it's grown up to 73,000. Now, when we saw the bearish market within DOGG Under the Moon, roughly the market cap was at around 200 million market cap. This was at 70,000, give or take. That's grown substantially, 3,000 more unique wallets. Even just one unique wallet is kind of amazing. So that means people are dollar cost averaging, buying as much as they can at the discount below $1 billion market cap. Because if we do know something, if this were to reach around 1% or even 2% of Bitcoin's $1.3 trillion market cap, this market cap will be very much understated and underestimated. So right now, 624 million is absolutely a great steal because not a lot of people, even in the crypto world, don't know how to buy runes. So if you're able to buy runes in your Xverse wallet or any other Bitcoin native wallet, then you are absolutely in the win. And just as an update, we also have more crypto YouTubers spreading the news and awareness around DOGG. This is always a good thing when YouTube or YouTubers educate their audiences around specific tokens, especially around DOGG, it really educates people on how to buy the token and what they should look out for. This is a really good sign. And speaking of centralized exchanges, we did mention that Ccoin Futures or Ccoin perpetual trading was going live yesterday during the Twitter space that we had. And what's really interesting is that Ccoin Futures made a really good point. So if you put in roughly around $500 or 500 USDT at the price point of around 600 million market cap, well, guess what? If you had put an 8x leverage on that, and that token, which it did pump up to around 650 million, then you would have profited roughly around $389. That's kind of an example of how perpetual trading works. So if you want to figure this out, join Ccoin Futures and you can trade DOGG on perpetual trading. Now let's go into the charting and analysis. What are we seeing in the charting and analysis? Yeah, we saw this major pump to around 650 million, and now it's retracing back to around 580 million. Don't worry, that's completely normal. I think it's completely normal to have retracements, but this is what you should know. Yes, this is the dollar cost averaging zone, which is also the buy zone, which is this pink box right here. But what I'm noticing is that we're now starting to form higher lows. One right here, one right here, and now one right here. So this is a new trend line that I'm seeing, and right now within the next 26 days, I actually think that we can consolidate right here until we break out either to the upside or to the downside. Now, if we break below this little trend line to the downside, then the next support level is roughly around a 430 million market cap, also 4.3 in the price point. But here's the thing, in my personal opinion, this is just my opinion, I think we're actually going to go up. And here's the reason why. It's mainly the RSI. Because I mentioned before, we were in the overbought territory and the oversold territory. And as you can see, we broke out of that oversold territory, which is really important. And what happens is that I think we're going to end up going in an uptrend because it's kind of necessary for cycles. When things go down, things have to go back up. And when things go up, things have to go back down. That's kind of like breathing. When you take a breath in, you have to take a breath out. Same thing with charting and analysis. So pay attention to this purple line. So when we were going up in price for DOGG, we were in the overbought territory. This purple line was kind of hovering above this yellow line until it decided to consolidate and then break to the downside. But when it went down, notice that when we were dipping in price, the purple line was more below the yellow line, as you can see here, which was popping up more often than enough. Now we're seeing that this purple line is hovering above the yellow line in this new uptrend. And yeah, it could break below that, but it will just go right back up in my personal opinion. Again, this is just the charting analysis. I don't know the future. I can't predict the future or the price. This is what basically we're seeing during historical data and applying it to the present data. So hopefully that helps you understand. But where I can expect to see, as I mentioned before, that we're aimed to hit a 750 million market cap, also the 7.5 price point. So as a conclusion and statement, you kind of just saw what we could expect in the charting and analysis. You're seeing the amount of unique owner wallets growing. You're also seeing that right now DOGG is dominating within its dominance within the Runes ecosystem. We possibly, during the time that I'm gone for vacation for the next week or so, we could see more centralized exchange listings. But I cannot wait to see what's going to happen on crypto Twitter. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen with the community. It's all up to you guys, girls, to spread the news and kind of help other people understand what the DOGG Rune token is and the potential of it reaching $1 billion pretty soon. And I mean soon. So with that said, if you want to support the channel, you want to stay up to date on a timely manner regarding DOGG, please smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding DOGG Under the Moon. Until then, I'll see you guys and girls 1 week from now. See you then.